Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Southlake. So last part, we actually started working on a parking garage. Well, I did some more work on it. And if you guys remember last week, if you watched last week, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to add a skyscraper on top of it. And that's really like what I was trying to debate. But I think I kind of figured it out and I think it looks pretty good. So here's what the building looks like. So we still have the parking garage on the bottom half. And then above it we have, I would guess maybe, I wouldn't say apartments, but more of a office building here. So again, I really like how it looks though. It's very, I don't know, there's something about it. I like the big overhang right here. And we also have a couple, oh my goodness, my words today. I am so sorry. I have not recorded in I think 2 days or something like that. So I got to get my recording voice back on, like, hello everybody. So let's see. I want to make a new building again. So I really want to start building up this area. We're starting to look really good with it. And I will say, Southlake, in my opinion, right now, looks very different from what it usually does. And I'm not sure why, but I think I know why. And that's because I got a new setup pretty much. So when I say new setup, basically I replaced my monitors with new ones and basically got, you know, a lot of more new stuff, which was very expensive, you know, thinking about it now. But like everything seems like a lot brighter. So what I think we might do is I'm trying to figure out what kind of roof design we want to go with on this building. That's one of the hardest things I'm trying to figure out right now. Also trying to figure out what kind of building do I want to add next to it or across the street. Because I feel like I want to have like parallel parking, like maybe like right here. So we might need to even move out this sidewalk even more than what it is now, which there's no problem doing that. So let's do that first. So we'll move it out maybe like 6 more blocks. I think this should be good for, you know, where we are now. But yeah, I got a new setup. So basically before, on my desk, if you guys might remember it from my older videos, but it's been like that for quite a while, I had a 32-inch TV on my desk, followed by 2 monitors, 2 different brands. And I really felt like it was time to, you know, get something new, kind of spice things up a little bit. And so how I did that was I bought 3 Philips, I don't know the exact, you know, like, title of it, but if you look up like Philips 25-inch monitor, it'll probably come up on Amazon is where I bought mine. But man, they are amazing in my opinion. They have very little border around them, which is something I really liked about it. Also very cheap for a 25-inch and also very easily mountable, which is very hard to find surprisingly. I always thought monitors, you know, most of the time they come with whatever the mounting holes in the back, but a lot of them didn't that I was looking at, because I really wanted to go with like a white monitor, like border and everything, kind of like more Apple kind of ish. So I wanted to originally go with that, but it was almost impossible to find unless I wanted to spend $300 on one monitor. So I basically spent $300 on 2 monitors because they were like $150 each. But these things are 25-inch. I replaced my 32-inch. That is now off my desk, along with my Xbox 360. You know, I just don't use it anymore, so I kind of took it off my desk. I just felt like, you know, Xbox One is kind of, it has everything I really need at this point, so there's not really a need to keep it around. You know, if I always want to go back and play something, I can actually just, you know, plug it in real quick and go from there. But, you know, I don't see it, it doesn't need to be on my desk taking up space, because my desk is already tight on space. So now I have a triple monitor setup. I have a monitor in the middle, one left, one in right, kind of how you'd expect a triple monitor setup. 2 different computers. One is going for audio, like you can hear my voice right now, so I can see my audio off to my left. Off to my right, I can see the game capture, so the actual, like, you know, me building and stuff like that, what you guys see now when I go to edit. I got that off to my right side, and I really love the setup. You know, it's really something I'm really proud of. Only thing that's left to get is, I'll probably get it when I move next, is a new desk. My desk right now is kind of broken from when we moved into my apartment, so I do have to get a new one. I think that'll be good enough for a sidewalk. So we're going to have black will come over here, so we're going to have parallel parking here, which will allow for more, you know, I think it'll make the roads look a little bit better. Also, so I've been thinking a lot about this channel in general and what's kind of going on with it. So as of right now, there's usually only 1 video a week uploaded on this channel, and you know, I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, yes, I would like to upload more at some point, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. So I've been thinking about, okay, so I'm again kind of going through a revamp on what I want to do with this channel. If you guys follow my other channel that I do with Weeby Stranger or VJ, we've been doing a lot of stuff on Battlefield. I think in the past 2 weeks, we've uploaded more than 14 videos on Battlefield 1, just because we're huge Battlefield, fans and fans of the franchise. So we're doing a lot of uploading, and it's not going to slow down from what I can tell. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which I know a lot of you guys got upset when I called it whatever Call of Duty I said in some other video. Some people are like, it is Infinite Warfare, you idiot. It's like, I don't really care. The only reason why I'm buying it is because of the Call of Duty 4 remaster. That's like the only reason why I'm going to buy that game. But we're really focusing hard on building out that channel and getting that going. So I'm really excited to hopefully get that channel grown and kind of make it to where it can be very viable for getting views every month and stuff like that. So in the meantime, I've been thinking about, okay, where is this channel going to go? And, this channel, where is it going to go in its direction? And I was trying to figure this out and, what kind of content I want to upload. I talk about this quite a bit, but, things change and stuff like that. So I was really trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to do with the channel? What kind of content do I want to upload? So I think how I'm going to start doing videos is one series I've been thinking about bringing back, and I think it's going to be a good idea, especially with some other games coming out soon that I want to try to play and get some series going in them. One of those is City Skylines. I kind of uploaded a series on this channel, but the first video, it started off, maybe like first 2 videos, started off on one city, but then I switched computers, I got a new one, and I couldn't transfer it over, so then I had to start a new one. So I think how I'm going to do videos like that nowadays is I'm going to get a lot of those recorded ahead of time and basically kind of like how we do the house series, make them into different seasons. That way you get a lot of videos on, still Southlake is going to be every week. I'm not going to make Southlake into a seasons thing. I enjoy making it too much still. But like City Skylines, for example, could be one of those series to where, there's season 1, season 2. That way it gives me time to get everything edited, everything recorded, and I'm not really rushing to get things out, which means I miss deadlines, miss dates from when they're supposed to be uploaded. I don't want to say they're going to be going up every Wednesday and then, kind of like Southlake, I've been missing a lot of weeks there because of work and stuff, but I don't want that to happen. So I think we're going to kind of try that and see how it works. One of the other games I know I kind of talked about a little bit, and thanks to Corrales, I never even heard about this game until I saw one of his videos pop up, and the game looks like a lot of fun, called Planet Coaster. Some of you guys even said I should do a video in that last time I talked about it, and I want to. I just have to wait for the game to actually come out. As of right now, it's in kind of beta access, I think is like what it's technically under. So that's another great thing there that you're going to see some videos in. I'm going to try to do some more videos in 7 Days to Die with Weeby Stranger or VJ, because we both really like that game. It's a very fun game to play in general. So, next question for this building is, how do we want to do it? That's going to be interesting. So, we have this here, so we're going to have our parallel parking, which I really like how that looks. I think it's going to pretty much go all the way down this entire run. And I also think, so, I'm going to make one more building right next to the one that we started last week, and then I'm going to have a road coming across. That way, that's kind of like one block. I don't want to add one now because I feel like that's just kind of pointless to have, 2 buildings on a block. We're trying to go for more realistic here, so that's why I want to do that. Over here, I think I'll probably add another 2 or 3 buildings, maybe even more than that this way, before I add another road connecting across. And we really need to figure out what to do with this highway, if we want to narrow it down at some point, or how do we want to, work it into the rest of the city. We'll have to figure that out. I do want to continue the metro, which I've been thinking a lot about too, and how to incorporate the metro right here into this part of the city. As of right now, it's just a straight line. So how are we going to incorporate it with everything else that the city has to offer? And I'm really trying to figure that out as well. I mean, there's so many things to plan ahead, guys. I mean, I know I jump around from a lot of stuff to a lot of stuff, and that's because I have so many ideas going on in my head about where I want to take the city, and, stuff like that, to where I'm always trying to think, what's next? What could I do here, to better this design? And that's why you see me jumping around from so many designs to so many designs. It's just because of stuff like that. So, let's see. Also, if you guys do see any problems in the recording, like split or screen tearing or anything like that, please let me know in the comments, guys, because meaning that I'm having some problems with my capture card a little bit, being that I'm switching, my setup a little bit, and like once you change something, even if when it works perfectly, something usually changes or happens. So if you see anything wrong with the video, please let me know and I will try to fix that. But I think it's working right now, so hopefully we should be good. So I think this building here, we'll make it about as wide as that's actually perfect. We'll make it pretty much as wide as the one over there. I think will be a good rule of thumb. Don't want to make it too big, but we don't want to make it too small either. And I think we're almost going to be done with skyscrapers soon. So once we get done with the skyscrapers, I really want to keep some of them maybe a little bit smaller than this one that we're pointing at now. And I don't want to add too many taller than this one on the left. I don't want to add too many huge skyscrapers anymore. Now, yes, I still want to have some because it makes the entire city look, pretty decent in my opinion. But I also want to have more smaller buildings surrounded by them. So it's really a balancing game right now. Just trying to figure out where everything's going to fit and how do we want it to look. That's the hard part as of right now. So I think what we'll do, we'll add a little bit more design to this. Maybe, what brick do we want to use? I feel like nether brick, red nether brick, because it's going to be too bright of a color. So I'm not sure if I want to use that. But I want to add more design and stuff. So I'm trying to think what would be a nice looking, we'll try the red nether brick, and we'll see how it looks from a distance and what we think once we get everything set up. But it should be interesting to see how it actually looks. I'm not too sure about it as of right now. In my opinion, it's just too red. I mean, I get it's named red nether brick, but brick is also too red in my opinion in the city texture pack at least. I'm not sure what any of these look like in normal texture pack or in vanilla texture pack or whatever. These could look completely different, so we're just kind of going off of the texture pack that I'm using now. Yeah, but if there are any games that you guys want to see me do a series in, let me know in the comments and I will look into it. And that can be any game involving building. That's what I want to have my main priority be around is like city building. It's kind of like stuff like this, city skylines, anything like that. Let me know, some different types of videos you guys want to see. Because I do want to get into trying to build this channel again. I know I've kind of really focused on my other one, but I think I can handle, even though I have another channel going on, including this one, I want to still upload content for you guys on a daily basis, not just once a week, twice a week. I want to get back into that, making quality content for you guys, and that's the main thing I think I was struggling with there for a little bit was quality content. Versus, I wanted to make sure I had a video every day, so the quality of the content was kind of rushed. I don't want to have that, and I think kind of like what we're doing with houses, seasons will help with that. So there we go. I think that actually looks pretty good. So then what we'll do with this, kind of like what we did over here, if we fly back over, we're going to separate it with some grass here in the middle, and I think that will help make that look a little bit more clean and better instead of just a huge staircase pretty much. So what we'll do is we'll use, of course, our quartz slabs. We already have our quartz stairs. We need quartz blocks, which are, we'll find them. There they are. So we'll go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to a even number. That way it's an odd number. So what we're going to do is have this come down, get rid of that, boom, and boom. So then we'll add this here, and I think that actually looks pretty good. Something just like this. And then what we'll do is maybe make this too wide. Might make this look a little bit better. If not, we can always just replace it. And not a huge deal to fix this if we don't like how it looks. Then just do this. Or maybe what we can do is, so instead of having it, so let's make it to where it's going to be a 3 wide. But this time around, what we're going to do is have grass here in the middle. And that way, I think it might make that look a little bit more clean. So we have stairs here. And then a stair here. And we'll finish this one off with probably a stair on top like that, connecting that. I don't know. So many tricky things to figure out. So now the question is, what kind of grass do we want to add? That's another great question. Do we want to add regular grass? Maybe even panzul or podzol? Or whatever the hell you call this damn thing. I don't know what you call it. So we'll place these just like this. There we go. I wish you could place like sideways grass. I think that would look pretty good if we could, but I don't think we can. I'm actually not a big fan. Here we go. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if I like how that looks. I kind of liked it when it was more separate, like just like one block. So we might do that. We might just get rid of the grass in the center. We'll get rid of this and kind of just go back to the stairs with a 16 block gap in between each. And I think that will look best for everything. And then it's pretty much like a handrail that you would see in a normal city. So have these come across and we'll add in our nether brick again. Well, guys, I think that's actually going to be it for this part. I didn't realize we're already almost at 20 minutes. So I will talk to you guys next week for another episode of Building Southlake. And again, let me know in the comments what kind of games you guys want to see me play for series. And you think that would make some, good quality content in. So I will talk to you guys later. And thank you very much for watching.